Donald is an introspective and nervous kid. In school, he constantly looks over his shoulder out of fear of being teased. At school, he's the quiet, smart child. He is small for his age in comparison to other kids in his class. This causes him frequent anxiety and jumpiness, especially when his intuition tells him that he will be one of several targets of some physical or verbal antics from his schoolmates. The boys in his class have not yet mentally or emotionally developed to exercise complete control over their bodies. The bubble that forms their neighborhoods, their homes, and churches have not exposed them and helped them to interpret how to understand and act towards someone or something that is different. Instead, the boys use their massive amounts of energy and testosterone and curiosity through a mixture of defensive and intimidation tactics to try and analyze their prey. The boys seek and search for the normal parts. They seek out any commonalities or hints of shared fraternity between themselves and Donald. As a pack of tiny cubs who have found an interesting tiny mouse, the boys' intentions are only to play with the mouse. The mouse, however, is not sufficiently designed enough to endure this harmless game. Often their prey, Donald has had to relearn to avoid and observe his predators from afar. Donald often feels angry and frustrated. He's angry that the kids point out his obvious physical flaws for which he has no control over. He feels frustrated that his teachers and counselors always ask him to follow his moral compass and be the bigger person. They frequently tell him to turn the other cheek. These teachers and these counselors, they comfort him and they justify their inaction by telling him that one day the very kids that bully him now will one day work for him in the future. Neither the kids nor the counselors seem to consider that because they don't address these peppery kids' issues today while they are of a malleable age and can absorb instructional life lessons, that these same spirit and prickly handfuls will one day be their caretakers. These very teachers and counselors will one day look to kids like Donald to maintain their dignity as their life roles reverse. For Donald, their advice offers very little present-day assistance or hope. Each day seems to take forever to arrive and to end. Donald often punishes himself for not being able to change and to fit in at school. He balances his fears and anxiety and anger by desperately trying to internalize that one day things will be different. His parents are oblivious to Donald's plight, and he chooses not to share it with them. As the only child in his family, he is very in tune to the household emotional shifts and feels obligated to be the glue that holds things together in place. He does not feel that he should add his emotionally complicated yet youthful matters to what he perceives as heavier adult matters that sometimes arise in the house. The only time he feels comfortable to be emotionally and minimally guarded, truly free to be himself, is at home. That is where he finds pleasure in imagining he's someone else. Now at the age of 10, he often pretends that he is searching for special and undiscovered treasures when he arrives home from school. Following school, Donald hurriedly makes his way into the house where he drops his backpack near the brightly painted red front door. He pushes past his mom, who's in the kitchen preparing dinner, to his 25,000 square foot backyard. This is his place of solitude. This is his adventure zone.